Good evening, everyone. It is Fups coming at you once again for the first time since the trailer release, I do believe, of my game, which I released in, God, August of last year. It's coming up on a year now. Sorry, but you should be used to that kind of thing by now. Not to gaslight you into thinking that me disappearing for months, sometimes years at a time, is okay, but it equally shouldn't be a surprise. Speaking of surprises, I thought I'm back from uni. I completed my first year of university, which is partly why I've been gone for so long. Obviously, I was working on a video game. I was prioritizing that over making YouTube videos. Was also kind of just falling out in love with making YouTube videos, if I'm being completely honest, or at the very least, the kind of YouTube videos I was making previously, that being ranking videos. And so I thought, let me rejuvenate myself. Let me give myself a fresh start, if you will, by making a different kind of video today. And speaking of surprises, I thought, let me surprise you with a cheeky face reveal. Yeah, take a long, hard look, folks. Drink it all in. This is what I look like. Are you disappointed? Are you surprised? Are you amazed? Are you bamboozled? Whatever the case, let me know in the comments. I kind of just look like a greasy English bloke, as I'm sure you were imagining. But yeah, I thought let me do something different today. I'm going to be doing an Oasis singles bracket. Holy shit, I did not realize how difficult finding a site which allows you to create brackets would be. That was a huge pain in the dick. 90% of them required that I sign up to something which I didn't want to sign up to, which I was not best pleased about. Nonetheless, here we are doing it. Also, a name reveal. Why not? Let's throw in two things for the price of one. My name is Lewis. Nice to meet you. Who knows? If you guys like this style of video, I might make more in the future. I think you'd like it a whole lot more if I stopped waffling and actually got on with it. Let me check that I'm still recording so I'm not completely wasting my time. Yes, I am. Perfect. Let's do this thing. I thought I'd throw it back to Oasis because my first ever ranking video was an Oasis video. In which I stated Oasis was my favourite band. They're not my favourite band anymore, but they're still pretty up there. I'd say Manics are my favourite band now, but Oasis still hold a special place in my heart. And can you tell that I've tried to record this video once already because I've already spoiled the answer to the first one? Gosh darn it. Who Feels Love versus Lila? It will come as no surprise that I'm picking Who Feels Love. No, I'm picking Lila for this one. Who Feels Love for me is very representative of Standing on the Shoulders of Giants as an album in terms of its experimentation, but I feel like it's almost overcompensating. I feel like Noel Gallagher kind of shot the moon on that one, that whole album, really. And I feel like that whole album is kind of just a conflict of interest between Noel, who wanted to go more experimental, and the band who wanted to, well, Liam, realistically, who wanted to kind of keep it more ground roots. And so the album's kind of hit or miss, and sort of Who Feels Love for me is like it sits kind of somewhere in the middle. It's not quite a miss, but it's not a hit either. It's just okay. Whereas Lila is, an absolute stomper. A great sing-along. I always enjoy it when it comes on. I will say the single version of this is vastly preferable to the album version. I don't know, there's this weird kind of symptomatic thing that comes with Don't Believe the Truth where the tracks always kind of overstay their like Mucky Fingers goes on for fucking way too long. I think like the outro is just ding 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 ding, just Velvet Underground pastiche for like 2 minutes longer than it should. And Lila is the same, it's just Noel doing his classic little bit of arpeggiated guitar just doing nothing special for like a whole minute's worth of outro. It's like, why? What's the need for that? I don't want that. End of the song. But anyway, Lila's a great song. Let's move on. Wonderwall versus Don't Look Back in Anger. Now, I randomized these, and yet here we are with two songs, both from What's the Story, Morning Glory, which were released almost consecutively. That's wild. And they're also like Oasis's two most streamed songs of all time, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a tough one, like right out the gate. I was not expecting this to happen round one. Holy shit. Wonderwall or Don't Look Back in Anger. Ugh. I mean, I've heard both of them too much. That doesn't take away my love for them, though. Wonderwall. It's going to be Wonderwall, guys. I'm sorry. Oh wow, voice crack. By the way, I'm drinking honey and lemon because I have a cold. I don't know if you've noticed that my voice is coldier than it normally is. Than it normally is. How would you know? I've been missing so long. Anyway, Wonderwall. It's gonna be that. I'm sorry. I can't really rationalize why. I just sort of prefer it. Don't Look Back in Anger, as anthemic as it is and as amazing of a song it is, I believe that it's one of the best songs ever written. Wonderwall just has that staying power for me. Stop Crying Your Heart Out versus Morning Glory. Now, let's not get all nitpicky about how Morning Glory wasn't a single in the UK. Alright, I know it wasn't, but I needed 28 tracks, and I wasn't going to include that Don't Stop demo bullshit that was released a few years ago, because that's not really much of anything, I don't think. Stop Crying Your Heart Out versus Morning Glory. I'm going to go rather uncharacteristically for Stop Crying Your Heart Out here, because I don't actually know why. Morning Glory, like, it's a great song, but the recording of it, it's like the only. I think Morning Glory like could easily. It's like one of the only tracks on the album What's the Story Morning Glory that could blend seamlessly into Be Here Now from a production standpoint at the very least, because it's like it's one of the only songs that listening to it in my earphones I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's fucking loud, and not necessarily in a good way either. Like the mixing on that song is kind of shit. Like it actually kind of sucks. Stop Crying Your Heart Out. It is like Oasis. It is pure like pastiche in the sense that Oasis have kind of tried and tested their sentimental side in more authentic ways than this. I do genuinely believe this was Noel Gallagher going, right, the album needs a flag waver sounding song. Let me meticulously calculate based on former Oasis tropes a song like that that's really gonna, get people crying their heart out. And I hate that it works, but it does work. I honestly believe that this was a cynically written song, but I still fell for it. I'm still a sucker for it. There's a song that we'll discuss later on this list, which does not have the same effect, which I believe was written from the same kind of headspace. But we'll get to it when we get to it. Supersonic versus Live Forever. Now the thing is with Live Forever, yeah, it's an amazing song that will live forever. But where the fuck's the second verse? Like, the fact that, maybe I don't really want to know how your garden grows because I just want to fly. That first verse repeats 3 times. And I feel like, I mean, this is kind of hypocritical of me to say, but it doesn't hold up on re listens. I mean, 14-year-old me would be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You've listened to this song a bajillion times. But I do find revisiting it now, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, me saying that Oasis was my favorite band like 6 years ago, I feel like I have so many more criticisms of them now, which doesn't even, like, it doesn't come from a snobbish place. Like, I still really like Oasis, but I'm able to objectively say, like, dude, Live Forever has, like, what, one verse that it beats into the ground 3 times? That's kind of lazy. Supersonic kind of also does, but at least the second verse has a little more variation to it. I'm going Supersonic on this one. What a fucking first single, dude. Don't Slow Me Down versus, do you know what I mean? I do not give a shit about Lord Don't Slow Me Down. I couldn't even, I nearly just fucked the title up. It's not even worth uttering. And as a matter of fact, like, because it was a non-album single, right? Didn't even know this one existed until like I'm pretty sure I heard this for the first time a few years ago, and I was like, wow, this was a single. This sounds like a fucking B-side off of from the Don't Believe the Truth era. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's overblown. It's like kind of too long, but it's actually like one of the few instances of a song from Be Here Now that's like that, where I've actually got so much time for how hard it leans into that shit. I like it. The Importance of Being Idle versus Falling Down. Falling Down for me. 2 Noel songs. The Importance of Being Idle is great. It's like starkly different from any other single Oasis ever put out. And so it's like a fascinating timepiece in that sense. Like Noel was really leaning into something that I don't believe he fully lent all the way into again in Oasis's career. Kind of Actually, that kind of goes for both of these. It's weird how these have been paired up, even though it was randomized. But yeah, Falling Down. For me, that the drum fill leading into the final catch the wheel that breaks the but that's one of Oasis's best ever moments. Like Falling Down is a fucking epic song. It was used as the intro theme for an anime. Fun fact. Sorry, you're gonna hear me sniffling because once again I've got a cold. Apologies for that. Sorry, headphone users. Sunday Morning Call versus All Around the World. Once again, this is kind of an odd pairing because I'm pretty sure these are like two of Noel's like least favorite Oasis songs. I mean, he was pretty fucking resentful of both of them on that little DVD commentary where he's discussing all the singles. I'm gonna go for All Around the World though, because as bombastic and out there as All Around the World is, at least it actually bears mentioning for that reason. Sunday Morning Call for me is just so unnoteworthy. It just kind of limps dicklessly along for like 4 minutes and then just ends. And that chorus, do you feel what you're not supposed to feel? Like, really, Noel? Is that the best you can fucking... Let There Be Love versus Roll With It. Let me check that I'm still recording once again. If it turns out I haven't been recording this whole time, I'm gonna kill myself. Let There Be Love versus Roll With It. It's gonna be fucking Roll With It. So Let There Be Love is the song that I was referring to when I said that there are certain Oasis songs that I feel like are written from a similarly cynical, sort of just capitalist place as Stop Crying Your Heart Out, except Stop Crying Your Heart Out works. Let There Be Love doesn't. Let There Be Love is fucking lame, man. I don't care that it's like one of 2 or 3 duets that Liam and Noel ever did. It's wasted on a boring song. We had Stop Crying Your Heart Out for this. We don't need this. The chorus just being, let there be love, like 50 million times. Not a good enough chorus. The Come On Baby Blue section's pretty good, though. Don't Go Away versus Shaker Maker. It's going to be Don't Go Away. Shaker Maker, for me, is very symptomatic of the time that it released, and it's like one of the biggest timepieces Oasis ever did, because the whole like lifting the Coca-Cola song thing, it reminds me of that whole kind of subculture of music that began around that time, spearheaded by the Prodigy, who did that song Charlie, and it was kind of like lifting a children's TV theme. And then that kind of spun a whole kind of like weird subgenre that spanned about 1 or 2 years, where like Magic Roundabout got one, Trumpton got one, and it felt like Oasis almost leaning into that. And I don't look upon Oasis as like a trend following band, so that kind of puts me off. Whereas Don't Go Away, I like it. I think it works as like one of Oasis's more vulnerable moments. It feels like really genuine, even though it is just like so unashamedly stolen from a Real People song. From a Real People song. Go look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's fucked. Oh wow. Oh, we're not even close to the end. Holy shit! I need to hurry up. Okay, perfect. Wait, where were we? The Shock of the Lightning versus Whatever. This one's hard. I do like The Shock of the Lightning, but I think I'm gonna go with Whatever. Whatever's outro is too long. I mean, what's new with Oasis? Their outros have always kind of been too long. The Shock of the Lightning's great. It reminds me a bit of Foo Fighters. Yeah, it's good. It's just not whatever levels of quality. For me, similar to the Catch the Wheel that breaks the butterfly section of Falling Down, I think the Here in My Mind, that whole section before the little like instrumental interlude in Whatever, that's like a top 10 Oasis moment for me. I love that. Champagne Supernova versus Some Might Say. It's going to be Champagne Supernova. Some Might Say is one of Oasis's like best singles in terms of like, I think I seem to recall Noel saying that kind of encapsulates everything Oasis is into one song. But Champagne Supernova, man, like, come on, that's like a fucking behemoth of a tune. The Hindu Times versus Go Let It Out. I'm going to go with Go Let It Out. Hindu Times is good, but it's kind of Oasis by numbers. It's just a bit Oasis doing Oasis. Go Let It Out. For a comeback single, I think I think it makes one hell of an impact. Stand By Me versus Cigarettes and Alcohol. It's going to be Cigarettes and Alcohol. Now, I feel like I am in the loud minority of people that doesn't really like Stand By Me. It frustrates me that it's in Oasis's top 10, at least it was last time I checked, because Oasis have much better songs. Stand By Me, it reminds me of Let There Be Love in that the chorus is just, stand by me, nobody, just one tired phrase, just beaten and beaten and beaten into your face again and again, and it goes on for way too long. It suffers the whole Be Here Now bullshit of just overextending songs far beyond what they need be. Just have it be 3.5 minutes, bro. Do not stop hey nowing it. Now, I've gone a bit rogue with this. I've included Little by Little and She Is Love as one single because they were. It was a double A side. If you have a problem with that, just go away. Versus Songbird. Oh, wow, okay, so 2 Heathen Chemistry. Did I randomize these properly? I don't know if I did. Yeah. I'm gonna go with Little by Little. Not, and let me make explicitly clear that She Is Love is not bearing the weight of that decision. It is Little by Little. That's a banger. That's another one akin to what was the name of it? That's another one akin to holy shit, I can't remember the name now. The Importance of Being Idle. Wow, it must be memorable if you can't even remember what it's called. Where it kind of stands in a league of its own. I don't think Oasis have ever really operated in this mode before, and so I really like it for that. I also this is kind of cheating, but I like the music video as well with Robert Carlyle. Songbird, it's a good song, but I don't think it even should have been a single, to be honest. People were like sucking Liam's cock big time when this came out because they're like, wow, Liam wrote a competently written song. It's like, yeah, but it doesn't stand up to anything Noel did. Am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing. Wasn't I swear Liam. Okay. This list might be missing Liam's single on their last album, Out of Time. Was that there? Maybe not. Was that a single? I'm getting confused. Lila versus Wonderwall. It's gonna be Wonderwall. Sorry, Lila. Wonderwall. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I've heard Wonderwall so many goddamn times in my life, but I still love it. It's weird, right? Like, there are songs out there like what's the Guns N' Roses? What's like Sweet Child of Mine, where it's like if I have to hear that song one more time, I'm gonna drive like a nearby truck off a bridge. But Wonderwall, I'm like so unaffected by the tedium of hearing it constantly. I just don't get tired of hearing it. Like, and I feel like that just only stands to prove what an absolute banger it really is. Stop Crying Your Heart Out versus Supersonic. Okay, this is actually tough. Call me a sentimental sucker, people, but I think I'm gonna go with Stop Crying Your Heart Out on this one. I mean, Supersonic is just packed to the brim with swagger, but there's something about, I don't know, man. I like. I'm getting choked up just talking about it. I like Stop Crying Your Heart Out. I'm kind of a sucker for it. I was at Oasis Live 25. Fun fact. Don't think I have ever discussed that. And this song was exempt from the set list. Spoilers for a tour that happened a year ago. And I don't know why. That's right. It's like their 3rd or 4th most streamed song. So that's weird. Do you know what I mean? Versus Falling Down. Sorry, do you know what I mean? But You Are Too Long. Why does your intro go on for 10 hours? All Around the World versus Roll With It. Because All Around the World, once again, goes on for a century and a half. Don't Go Away versus Whatever. I'm going to go with Whatever on that one. Sorry, Don't Go Away, but you are a stolen song. Champagne Supernova versus Go Let It Out. It's gonna be Champagne Supernova, baby. Cigarettes and Alcohol versus Little by Little slash She Is Love. Now, sorry, Little by Little slash She Is Love, you might be 2 songs, but Cigarettes and Alcohol is worth at least 5 songs. That's the level of quality that we're dealing in here. Round 3. Wonderwall versus Stop Crying Your Heart Out. It's going to be Wonderwall. Boom. Stop Crying Your Heart Out. Yes, sorry, your pastiche sentimentality can only get you so far. Let me see what time I'm on. Okay, perfect. Wow, I've been recording for 20 minutes. That's crazy. Falling Down versus Roll With It. Oh, man. See, now this is rogue. This is rogue beyond belief, my little friends. But I'm going to go with Falling Down. Like, I just feel like it's a shame that Oasis broke up when they did, because I feel like Noel had really hit upon something that wasn't all the way continued going into his solo album. I feel like he almost had to hit reset, and as a solo artist, because he had so much more to prove, without Liam by his side, he kind of had to go back to sort of slightly more kind of primitive, sort of less experimental songwriting. I mean, he gets there on like later High Flying Birds albums, excuse me. But on the first one, it feels much more kind of Noel Gallagher by numbers songs, and that's because he basically had to hit reset and sort of start from scratch. Whereas if Oasis had carried on and the next album kind of was more in this kind of fold, I think that could have been really interesting. Whatever versus Champagne Supernova. Champagne Supernova. Boom. Cigarettes and Alcohol versus... Wait, what? What happened? But did I remove something? What? Did I forget to fill in an answer? Hold on, whoa. There's been a mistake somewhere. What did I do? I think I did something wrong. Oh my god, is this whole video going to be unusable? I mean, at the very least, you will have heard my thoughts on each song. Oh, oh. Is it because I didn't generate enough rounds? Wait, what did I... Oh, no. Oh, this is bad. What? Oh, wait, okay. Sorry, no, I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. Right, Wonderwall... Oh, so it's... Oh my god, okay. Wonderwall versus Falling Down. Sorry, you have to forgive me, I'm so dumb. Let's go for... This is tough. Do I prefer Falling Down over Wonderwall? Which song have I listened to more in my life? It's probably Wonderwall. Sorry, Falling Down. You know I love you. You know I love you. I'm not altogether sure what's happened here. Something has gone awry. But let's just say, hypothetically, that I have to... You see, this is what happens when you don't set your videos up properly, people, and you kind of just do them on the fly. Right, Wonderwall versus Champagne Supernova versus Cigarettes and Alcohol. Okay, Cigarettes and Alcohol isn't winning. Let's just get that out of the way. So it's between Wonderwall and Champagne Supernova. I'm gonna go with Champagne Supernova, which makes Champagne Supernova not my favourite Oasis song, but my favourite Oasis single, certainly. So congratulations, Champagne Supernova. You win. I can't clap, there's a microphone in my hand. I need to get a mic stand. Let me know if you enjoyed this. I sure hope you did. I enjoyed doing it, to be fair. This was fun. I might do another one for like the Smiths or New Order or Blur. That could be a good next one to do, a Blur bracket. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this if you are. And good day. Good day.